What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking.
What's up, everyone? It's your host, Chris Holmes, the host of Next Level Thinking. And today we have the beautiful and lovely
Raquel.
Hey. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and get into your story. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
So, my name is Raquel, like I just said. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. East side to be exact, holding it down. I went to North Shore, all the way from North Shore Elementary to North Shore High School. I ran track, and then I
Wait a minute, ran track. So we're just going to lead off on people? Just leave us in the dust? You ain't real?
I'm not running anymore, but that was my thing. I love running.
She's trying to act innocent, like, oh, I love running. I'm not going to do anything. And meanwhile, you're just going to see her footprints just take off. Sound effects.
My specialty was the 2, and I don't know, like I ran the 4 on down, but my specialty was the 2.
So now you're gonna lead me 200 meters. Nice, that's good to remember.
I guess so. I don't know.
You just had to rob a bank? No, I'm playing.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it on camera, but no, I'm playing. I would never. If we're going to the bank, it's something else,
right.
You know. So yeah, went to Southern University. And I fell in love with mass communications there, but the crazy thing is, like, I didn't originally want to major in mass communications because I had no idea that you could go to school for mass communications.
You didn't do what?
I didn't know. You know, I was always running or dancing in something extracurricular, and so all of my electives were taken up by first period track or first period dance.
Yeah, so you didn't really have time to like really dive into it.
Yeah, and so when I found out that I could go to school for it, I was like, yes, I'm in this thing. First, I was going to school for criminal justice. I wanted to be a forensic pathologist.
So you wanted to lock people up?
No, I promise I wasn't trying to lock people up.
Don't let the smile fool you.
Hands behind your head. Let me stop. No.
That may be not playing.
No,
Keep going.
that doesn't look good on me. Sorry. No. Yeah, I was watching too much First 48. NCIS. You're not giving me that face. You're like, I don't want to hear it. I'm for real. I wanted to see how people died. But then I was like, you know what? This ain't for me. This is not for me.
She's gonna take y'all out first.
I'm not gonna take y'all out. I promise.
She's worse than Ghost.
That is my show, okay? Okay, that's another conversation. But what do you think about the Power Book of Ghosts? But never mind, I'm gonna just leave it, because, but yeah, went to school for mass communications, fell in love with every area from like radio. Like I had no idea, like my friend, she was she was majoring in mass comm.
Okay.
Shout out to her, she's doing great things. Her name is Shayna. She was taking those classes to become a radio personality. I was like, dang, that's me.
So
I remember watching
all in the
106
radio.
Park.
Oh, we bringing Avian Free back?
Bringing 106 Park back. That was a show.
As soon as you got out of school, you rushed to the TV.
Oh.
The CEO was on top of the team.
I was on it. And then Rap City to follow, Rap City to Basement to follow with Big Tigger. Come on, we in this stand-up chicken
It's your boy
wing.
Big Tigger doing big things.
Yes, man, that was such a classic. And then
and everybody thought those two were together.
Yep. I know we did think that, especially when they started. It wasn't the same once they split.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't. RIP 106 and Park.
Oh dang, the good times.
I don't know, right? And so yeah, I
Did you have a DJ name, radio name?
Okay, in college, I had Rock Pink Lips.
Rock Pink Lips.
And I feel like that was ratchet looking back at it. So
smooth Pink Lips over there looking good and shit. She probably was playing the song, my red glass is flapping, my red glass is flapping. See, look, I knew it.
So it was that in college, and then what else? Well, after college, when I was doing radio, I had the pseudo name Lola. Lady Lola. And I got that because when I pledged like T5T in track, they gave me that line named Lola Bunny. And so I was like, I can make it work.
No wonder she left y'all on the track field.
No, but yeah, that's my name. So that's what that at Southern. Shout out to the radio station at Southern. It was called On the Bluff Radio.
On the Bluff.
By Levester Hughes. He was holding it down.
Holding it down.
So yeah.
That's the H-Town coming out right there.
But you know, holding it down, candy paint, and I am keeping it real. Hey.
So what's some projects you got coming up?
Some products that I have coming up. Ooh, I'm extremely to.
So I see a book, some series. What's going on? What's on?
There is something in the woodworks. I do feel God leading me to write 3 books, and these books are gonna kind of be in series. And so I'm excited. I don't know when they're gonna come out, but I'm going to trust the process and allow God to just do the work. Man, I don't know. And then I'm also working on a documentary right now with this woman. Her name is Susan Wynn. She has a wonderful story. She was in a terrible car accident, flew through the windshield, and she lost her arm actually. And so when I met her and heard her story, I was just like, oh my gosh, people need to know about this, because how she transformed, you know, the traumatic experiences into how to speaking into someone's life is extremely important. So
and
I
that's
love
what it's
that.
all about too, is like overcoming
Exactly.
adversities and getting outside your comfort zone and things like that.
Yes.
Because when you are in your comfort zone, nothing really moves.
That is true. That's facts. For real. Because I've been in my comfort zone before, and I've been sitting here looking like, oh
Probably
my
like,
God.
you know, all the chest, like, man, why are you getting all this, man? I'm just sitting here. That's because your tail is sitting on the couch, you ain't getting up and doing anything.
Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there?
Cool. So like, was this always like something you wanted to get into, or something kind of like inspired you to get into it?
With mass communication, or just like in everything?
In general, yeah.
Side note, like, there was always something inside of me that wanted to find out more about television and production. Like, I would be a little girl looking at those big box TVs. I know you know which TV I'm talking about.
Lord.
Like the ones that have brown around them.
Oh God.
But
With the
them
big
old school
back one.
Yes.
And like when the color went out, you had to bang the back like what?
Bam. Blowing in the Nintendo 64.
Oh,
Trying to get it to play.
I was worse. I was the one like, man, the cartridge is not working. All right, let me hold it at this degree, hit the reset button like a DJ.
Yes.
It's working. Let it go. All right, cool. And then you're in the middle of playing the whole game. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to get the save point. Hey, what's up? No.
Right. And all that hard work. Right, okay.
Just gone.
So just looking at that and trying to figure out, how was somebody getting that on that screen? Like, I would be going around, I'm like, there's something more to it.
It sparked your curiosity.
It really did, and it just followed me. And when I got to college, and me and my best friend got into mass communications together, we were just like, because I think she was doing business at the time too, and I was, like I said, in criminal justice, and I was just like, this is how it happens. And then I interned at WAFB in Baton Rouge, and I was like, this is the control room. This is how this happens. I was like, yes.
She about to go through the
For real, like literally go through, just through the screen.
I want this, so I can look at
No, for real. And I literally just wanted to embrace everything with mass communications. And I was always that rebel that would say, like, somebody would say, oh, you just gotta focus on one thing. I was like, nope. I want to focus on radio. I want to focus on TV. I want to focus on writing. I wanted all of that, but now I know why God gave me that drive to, want to work with all of those things, because when it came time for like my own company and me trying to have it, like that was honestly a dream for me to see that even happen. So I'm just grateful for God, for him to bring that forth out of me. But now I see so that way when it comes to me giving insight or managing certain things, I know
how everything like ties in and things like that.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So through the whole journey and much more, has there been times where you had to overcome something?
Ooh.
Because it's always, it's like, the story is what really connects everything. Like any great story that people see awards and things like that, it's always that storyline where you see someone struggling, going through the adversity and much more, and you like, oh man, they treated them wrong or her wrong, got bullied, lost somebody, and they're just continuing getting right back up and fighting forward. And the reason I think people relate to that, because they see themselves as that character. And when they see that person arise as champion, they'll be like, oh, that was a great movie. And the reason why they think that's a great movie, of course, with all the other angles and sounds and things like that, is because the story connects so much.
There are honestly so many pieces to the puzzle when it comes to just some things that I've overcame. But a few that really stick out the most to me was just giving a very summarized version of the story. I was in college and I was aspiring to just model on the side, and I had a bad modeling experience where I was blackmailed, and
They blackmailed you?
they blackmailed your girl. They did, but I'm just so happy that I can sit here and still say that with a smile, because God is so good, because He'll use a traumatic situation and make it to a testimony situation. He'll use that test to make it into a testimony, you know. So that kind of sent me on a downward spiral of me not feeling worthy of myself because of what they did in that blackmailing experience. And it taught me some lessons, but I saw what the enemy was trying to do. He was trying to get me
At a very unsettled place.
Yeah, he was trying to get me at a very unsettled place. He had me at the point in my life where I didn't want to be in front of a camera at all, period. Whether it was photos, whether it was videography, or whether it was anything. I didn't want to be in front of a camera because I knew that that person behind that camera had the authoritative power to do something that could have been out of my will. But that was just a trick from the enemy, and understand that stepping on his head, like, what's happening? I'm in this thing. Like chicken wings, okay?
Chicken wings. We have been sponsored by Flames.
right. So that was something that kind of like literally just I had to overcome. Just understanding that I have to be okay with myself. And another thing that I had to overcome was my fear and just getting out of my own head. I never heard someone say I had to overcome myself or I have to overcome the things that I've dealt with, but that was literally my situation.
I think that right there is like the biggest thing, because we can become our own worst enemy.
Exactly.
It's like before you even go into the battle,
Yeah.
you're pretty much killing yourself off right in front of your mirror or when you wake up.
Yep.
Because like that is very deep, honestly.
Well, yeah, it's true.
It is true. And I feel like that's a constant battle, because it's true. Even this morning I was like, I'm sore, I do not feel like this, and I'm like,
Right. I heard what you said.
but you gotta like constantly fight over that. And it's interesting you brought that up, because I've heard from other celebrities where they go through the same thing. And like these are even champions that's saying the same thing. They're like, heck, even Muhammad Ali said he hated training.
Wow.
You probably never expected that.
Yeah.
He said he hated it.
That's crazy. I would have never known that.
But he knew that where he wanted to go, he had to like overcome that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I think there was something in one of the documentaries, like he didn't start counting like the sit-ups until they started hurting. There's always a part where he's overcoming suffering.
Yeah.
Or that dark spot or place. And when you overcome that, it becomes a testimony for somebody else.
Yes, and literally you saying that I want to say about 2 years ago, I was in a very, very dark place in my life. I was going through a toxic relationship, and mind you, this is like my second toxic relationship, and I was in 2 toxic ones back to back. And I'm like literally getting punched in the face, okay? And so it just kind of like had me at a point where I would never forget, like there was one time I came home and like my lights were off, you know, because I thought that was taken care of, and I had to realize, like, dang, you know, what is going on here, you know? And I was probably out doing something I had no business doing, if I could be completely transparent with you. Like, I had to either been working late, or I probably was out hanging with friends, you know. But when I walked in, I was like, dang, why are my lights not on? You know, that's
flipping the switch, like, wait a minute.
What's going on? Am I tripping?
That's when you were like,
hold on, wait a minute.
Walks away.
Right. And then, you know, it was something I was already taking care of, and then I had to realize, like, okay, my situation has changed. So now I have to, you know, get it together. Put my, like your mom always say, put your big girl pants on, or whatever the case. So I had to kind of like boom, boom, right foot, left foot, step in and fasten my belt. And when I tell y'all, God is so good, like, because the light company that I had, you know, if you didn't pay your bill at a certain time, your lights aren't coming on until the morning.
And they're gonna charge you a reconnection fee.
Thank you.
And a service fee and all these random fees.
Right.
There's a putting my shoe on for you.
Right, hello. But I kid you not, I was literally at home and I was like, you know what, Lord, I acknowledge my wrong. I acknowledge that I should have been on my P's and Q's. I was like, you know what, let me just take this time to spend time with you. Let me take this time to just bask in your presence. And when I tell you, I was like literally in the midst of God. When I tell you within 30 minutes my lights came on like that, and I was just like, oh my God, like just thanking God. And just from there, me seeking God like no other has completely made my life and my business
change.
Do a 360. And here I am, holding it down with Mr. Holmes in this thing.
With that, I don't even think you even need a closing statement with that, because that right there is
wow.
just, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's your host, Chris Holmes, as always, helping you take it to the next level. And I have the levels. My lovely guest by the name of
Raquel in this thing.
Hey. So make sure you share, subscribe, and much more, and take it to the next. If you don't just be your dang self.
Okay, I'm gonna be myself. Be myself.
This girl doesn't have any sense. Hey, this girl don't have any sense. Hey, this girl don't have any sense.
I never knew how to do that like
hey,
officially. Okay.
Yo.
It's like this arm that like does something weird. It's
Wait.
like